Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to Educate Me 21. Educate, inspire, help, and support. I am Muhammad Ishtiyaq Khan, and in today's podcast, we'll talk about the need of change and why you need to upgrade your skills. Today, I saw a picture on social media in which two crows were shown. One was shown named as an old crow, and the other was named as the modern crow. In one side of the picture, an old crow was sitting on the picture with pebble in his beak, and also the pebbles were lying near the picture, and the other crow has a straw in his beak that was inside that pitcher also, and drinking water very easily. Now that was a very funny picture and was showing that how easily with the modern technology, with that straw, easily it is drinking water, but there was a lesson hidden inside, and the lesson taught by this picture. Actually, what lesson this picture was teaching us is that change is the need of the time. And in this era, this technological advanced era, this advancing era, this 21st century needs people with change, needs people, needs companies, needs nations that accept change, that accept innovation, that are innovative, that are willing to change. And this picture is also showing that how changing, updating, innovating ourselves can bring ease to our life. Now same you can see there are a lot of examples around us, and if any nation, any company, or any individual, if he is not willing to accept change, to innovate himself or herself, to change, and is not willing to change, then they will become extinct soon, and they will be crushed under the feet of those passers behind him. Now, like, see the example of Nokia. The Nokia had covered more than 80% of the mobile market. But what has happened to him? It has decreased. His market has decreased to 2%. What has happened to him? Change. They were not willing to change. Then they were not willing to innovate. They relied on the same Windows Phone, and the same has happened with them. But the Samsung, which had a very low market as compared to the Nokia, accepted the change, migrated towards the Android, the new technology introduced by Google, updated themselves time by time, and covered all the market captured by the Nokia. And at the end, the Nokia CEO in his speech was quoting that we don't know that what wrong we did. They were even not accepting their fault, but the main reason they were not accepting change, they were not innovating themselves, they were not updating. So same, if this can happen to Nokia, then same can happen to anyone, even individual, a nation, or a company. If they are not willing to change, if they are not accepting change, if they are not updating, if they are not innovating, then they will soon become extinct. Now is addressed in the Holy Quran that Allah the greatest do not change the circumstances of those nations who are not willing to change their own circumstances. Same was highlighted by the great Allama Muhammad Iqbal in his poetry, that if you are not willing to change by yourself, then your circumstances will not be changed. Now the same has happened to the Kodak. It was covering all the market, but when the digitalization, the DSLR, the digitalization of the photography came into being, then it do not accepted that change. It relied on the same old photography method, the same films, and at the end, all the other companies like the Nikon and other companies accepted that change, innovated themselves, and become the holders of the market. There was a great quote: no matter how good you are, you can always be replaced. So that's, we should keep in mind that no matter how good I am, how good you are, you can always be replaced. If you are more skilled, you are more experienced, but if you are not willing to change, if you are not willing to accept innovation, if you are not innovative, if you are not creative, if you are not accepting change, this is the main thing. If you are not upgrading yourself, then you will soon become extinct. You will be crushed. You will be crushed under the feet. So change is must. Innovation is must. You should be willing to change. So no matter how efficient, how hardworking you are, you must need to change with time. You must need to upgrade, to update your skills, your abilities. You renovate your skills. Innovate. You need to be an innovative one. You need to be a creative one. You need to be acceptor of the change. So that's all. So become a modern crow to live a life of ease, and that is full stop. So thank you for listening to this podcast. Subscribe for more podcasts.